Hey guys, Sugar Happy John coming at you with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So if you guys did not catch my last video talking about the Valentine's Day and the giveaway, definitely go check it out. I am doing a giveaway for a Magic Pass that is a $10 value. I will make sure I get you either the gift card from either Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store. That way you can actually purchase it on your account. But that does have requirements. Go watch the video so you can see what the requirements are. It is a quicker video. All right. Now the topic of today's video. Today's video, what we're gonna be talking about is going to be gold. As you can see here, I seem to have a lot of it. Now let's talk about how I got it. All right, so as I said, guys, this video is gonna be talking a lot about the gold and the gold requirement that is in the game. So it has become apparent to me here recently that people have gold problems. I did not understand that people have gold shortages. My free-to-play account, I don't have a gold shortage at all. Like actually, I mean, I have tons of gold in there where I buy out this marketplace shop every time. And I can do so without even thinking about it because I don't run out of gold. The only thing I can think of is okay, so maybe this is a problem. And maybe it's because my playstyle, which is basically keeping me from running out of gold. So in today's video, I want to talk about a few different things that kind of cover why potentially you're running out of gold, what I do probably a little bit differently than other people, and also what you can do to gain more gold on your account. So let's start with my overall amount here. I have 16 million gold, okay? Almost 17 million gold. I don't use a whole lot of gold for a lot of things. If you go in here and you see, okay, well, what do you use gold for? So if I click on a character, if I want to ascend them, does it take gold? Oh, sorry, let's pick a character that can be ascended, John. Duh. Does it take gold? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's not a resource that takes gold. Okay. What about glyphs? Does putting glyphs on a character? No, that doesn't take gold either. Ability, you know what? Let's see if abilities does that take gold? I don't believe it does. What I'm trying to point out here, guys, is what actually takes gold. Yeah, so it's not gonna take gold either. It's gonna be fine. Changing gear doesn't cost you any gold, okay? Promoting characters doesn't cost you any gold. So where are we spending the gold? And here, let's make sure I was correct on this one, right? So leveling up a character, that only takes jelly, right? So gold pretty much goes into a few different things, okay? So it goes into upgrading of your gear, right? So if you would like to, say, upgrade a piece of gear, let's try that. Just click on it once. That cost me 500 gold to upgrade, okay? Keep in mind that this is a 4-star piece of gear. The green one, still 500 gold. The the 5-star piece of gear cost me 700 gold, okay? 5-star blue still cost me 700 gold. If I get up to the 6 stars, then it costs me 1,200 gold for each one I'm using to level up. So if I click multiple ones, it does scale exponentially with the amount of gold required. So if I let's move my character screen down just a little bit more, and you can see it better. Right there over my my right hand shoulder, you should be able to see it, where it does say 6,000, and that's with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of gear selected. That's 5 times 1,200, 6,000 gold. Let's see. You know what, for science, let's see how much it costs to upgrade one piece of gear all the way to 15 using other gear. Because I think this is what's happening. I think this is what is causing people to run out of gold. And I think that's gonna be part of the problem. So let me go ahead, let's see if we can't find a good, decent piece of gear that we need to swap on somebody here. Let's see, I think I probably have a decent HP. You know what, let's go. I know I need a revival set. I need to make a revival piece of gear here soon. So let's go see if we can find one. Let's go revival, main stat HP, substat defense. And let's see just what we get overall. Do we have anything worth rolling here? Not really. No, that's unfortunate. You know what, we can roll this one just a little bit, maybe. No, we're not gonna have enough to upgrade that all the way. Let's see, do I have a lot of boots? No. I'm trying to see what ones I have a lot of pieces to upgrade with. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we got a good selection here for our helms. Let's try a helm. Let's find a good piece of helm that we can upgrade with. Let's go HP percent, defense percent again. Okay, there we go. Precision, HP, defense. Okay, we can upgrade this one. I'm fine with this. Okay, so let's see how many pieces of gear it takes to level up a piece of gear to 15 and how much gold does that require? Because I think that is part of the problem. So let's start off with the higher amounts, right? So you will notice that upgrading your gear, a 6-star Lego gives you 1200. 6-star purple gives you 1200 on the experience. It does not matter. It also costs the same amount. So whatever their gold price is also the XP that you get for them. So definitely keep that in mind. This is proportionate, okay? So let's just for the sake of the video here, let's just see what it would take. So let's take that one off there. Let's select all of these here, all the purples. Let's just do all the purples. Let's take out the already upgraded ones so that way we can keep this nominal, right? Because what we're gonna do is we're literally going to use all 6-star gear. I'm hoping to simulate what it costs to take a piece of gear to 15. And that will make the difference as far as what you guys are using gold-wise. Because what I am doing on my account is I don't take a whole lot of pieces of gear to 15. Because one, it takes a lot of pieces of gear. As you can see here, this is a lot of pieces of gear. And we're gonna do two things with this. We're gonna take, two things are gonna come from this data, okay? One, we're gonna see what the price is per level 15, taking it up with using 6-star pieces of gear, which is gonna be most of what you're commonly using. So in this case, get our handy dandy calculator. It's gonna cost us 306,250 to upgrade one piece of gear from 0 to 15, okay? That is a lot of gold. So currently with my current gold, I could do about 48 pieces if I had the materials to do so. I obviously don't have the upgrade materials, but this also means that at 1200 a pop, it takes 255 pieces of gear to actually make this happen. So I have 255 pieces of gear equipped here. That doesn't seem quite right, does it? It may be right. It may be right indeed, because I know it is a lot of pieces of gear that I feel like everyone kind of misunderstands, because a lot of people take it up there. Yeah, so it is 1200. So that is correct. That's going to be, the math is going to be correct there. So it literally takes 255 pieces of gear and then some to get a piece of gear from 0 to 15. So this means every time you're upgrading, if you aren't taking your already upgraded pieces of gear and rolling them into the next set of gear that you're wanting to upgrade, like so, for example, you will see on my account, if I go to equip a new character, so if, let's say we want to just equip, trying to think of a character that doesn't have any gear on her right now. Antinua doesn't have any gear on her because I'm going to be swapping it out for Nathalia. So let's pull her up real quick. You will see that all the gear that I have leveled up here, this is all useful, viable gear that I would use. If it's something that I will not use, actually this one probably could go, honestly. But if it's something that I can't use or not going to use, I use that as fodder into the next piece of gear, which then lowers the amount of gold that I'm actually required to use. I know a lot of people, what they're doing is they're farming, right? And when they're farming, each 10 runs, they're checking their gear. Like they're literally going into their gear, right? They're saying, okay, well, I got this Lego here and now I'm going to roll it up. So that way I know if that's gonna be a good piece of gear or not. Every time they're rolling this up though, unless they're sacrificing other previous ones, you're using a lot of gold and wasting a lot of gold. That's part of the problem why you're running out of gold, in my opinion. I don't do that. What I do is I literally keep one piece of gear. I focus on one character. I level all those pieces of gear up on that one character. I very rarely take anything from level 12 to level 15. So if we actually go and we do the math real quick, let's talk about the gold requirement going from 0 to 12 real quick. So let's see what happens if we wanted to do what were we doing again? Boots. Let's take a set of boots here. Okay. This is all 6-star, and it doesn't matter that it's blue, right? We know it doesn't matter that it's blue. It's all the same. Okay. Let's just see how many pieces of gear it takes to take this to just 12. Okay. And let's just do just 6 stars. Keep it nice and rounded. Okay. So this would take a third of the price. So literally, guys, by only going up to level 12, okay, going up to level 12 is going to cost you 101,838 gold. Okay. That's not bad. That seems fairly reasonable. It seems weird that we're at uneven numbers here. Okay, that's because, here we go. That's why we had one other piece of gear that snuck in there. Let's fix that. I was gonna say, this should be a nice round number because we're not at 15, so we're not paying for overage. That's better. Okay, that's much, much, much better. Now we have a nice round number, which that's gonna be the 102.3. So literally 102,000. That is a third of the cost. So going from 12 to 15, guys, takes you 2/3 more gold. 2/3? No, 2 times. Yeah, 2 times more gold than what you already took to take to 12. That's what I meant. It's 2/3 of the cost just to go from 12 to 15. My bad. I worded that really wrong. I apologize. I corrected it now. But the other thing to note here is we know it's 1,200 for each gold piece, so the amount of pieces required to go from 12 is not nearly as much as what it is to go from 12 to 15. I don't have a whole lot of pieces of 15 gear. I highly recommend you guys don't push a lot of your gear to 15 because unless it's really worth it, you're wasting a lot of resources. Like I just explained, gold-wise, it costs an astronomical amount to go from 12 to 15. Gear-wise, the amount of pieces of gear, it takes an astronomical amount to go from 12 to 15. And if you're struggling on your gold, chances are you're upgrading stuff a little too willy-nilly, and you're not compensating or not bringing everything back in and sacrificing all of your old ones. Don't take meaningless pieces up to 15 because what happens is you run out of gold. This is legitimately probably the only reason why I have 16 million gold on my account. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really uses gold or is gold intensive. As far as I'm aware, that is pretty much the only place that we are really using gold other than the marketplace. And yeah, I buy pretty much everything in the marketplace now. I don't have any problems with that. I do know, okay, so altars, right? I think it does cost a little bit of gold for some of this, maybe. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think it costs any gold for that. But in case you do not want to change your way of doing things, if you don't want to change the way you look at this, the way you do this, that's fine. As you see here, even upgrading only takes jelly. Here are your avenues for getting gold, and this is what I would recommend for those that really need gold or struggling with gold. And at the end of the day, if you're struggling, you need the resource, here's how you're going to get it. One thing you can do that I do recommend is you can get the card to actually give you more gold. If you go into the shop, go in recommended, you can get the gold card, right? The gold card costs you 20 bucks a month, I believe. It gives you 300 diamonds daily, plus 20% gold from battle. Every battle gives you gold. This gives you 20% more of it. Really nice when farming for like gold, when you're doing all of your glyph farming, right? Because that's you're leveling up characters. You're kind of, you're doing a lot of farming to level them up, get their glyphs, to get all their resources up and everything, so you can use them to become viable. Gold card gives you 20% more gold. Very helpful. The other thing you can do is, so I just showed you that the quality of your gear doesn't matter. It's only the star level of your gear that matters. It doesn't matter if it's a purple, if it's a legendary. The game does not differentiate between the two. You don't get additional resources or additional XP boost when sacrificing it into other pieces of gear. You don't get any extra merit or cost associated with it via gold. One other thing you can do, and let's look at this real quick. So we saw that a yellow piece of gear gave us 1,200 experience points when leveling up and would cost us 1,200 gold. What does it give you if you sell it? So let's see here. If we sell legendary, oh, interesting. I've never actually tried to hit sell. Go back up here to legendary piece of gear. It shouldn't matter, and we're gonna double check it, but I don't believe it matters. Oh my gosh, come on. A lot of gear, sorry. It gives you 1,200 gold. Apples to apples, guys. So if you would like to take a piece of gear from, say, level 1 to level 15, All you need to do is sell 255 pieces of 6-star gear and you will get your gold, because you're just swapping it out. Notice that even on purples, it's still 1200. If we go down to blues, I believe it's still going to be 1200. They've done a really good job of making this transparent. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because someone else was even saying like, it's not a good idea to sell your gear. It's fine. It's literally apples to apples. It costs you just as much to use it to upgrade as it does to sell it. You get no difference there. Now, the only difference is, yes, you are losing the opportunity to upgrade gear higher up, which is understandable. But this also means that you can sell it and still get a replacement for your gold if you're running short. This also means that you could use your gold and buy, well, you don't want to buy pieces of gear. I should not say that, because it doesn't make sense. It's going to cost you more gold to buy this than you're going to get back for it. So it's a bad investment. But let's just say, for example, if you'd bought in a piece of gear like this I did here, and I decided, okay, I'm not going to use it as EXP later on down the road, I can sell it. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, definitely don't buy these thinking you can trade them in and make a gold profit, because it does not work. You will not net any additional gold. So that's the other way to get gold. The last thing is just literally farming in adventure mode, finding a good farming character. So come up here into these higher stages, find a character that can get a fast speed run for you. I use Zatlux, I use Nathalia quite often. Both of them are built very, very well. And then I pair them with Windstrix, so that way I always go first, and then I can just nuke down a lot of these waves in Mythic. That's going to be the best way to get your gold up. I highly recommend you do something along those lines, or just make sure you manage your gear better. I believe if you just manage your gear better, you're going to see a world of difference as far as how much gold is used when upgrading your different pieces of gear. Just my personal opinion. Leave me comments down below. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with the breakdown here? Does it make sense to you that everything is apples to apples? I was relieved to see that. I know a lot of people are going to be upset when I point that out, because I'm sure they thought that, having Legos was more valuable than having commons, right? But this just makes the value of Mythic farming that much better, because it doesn't matter that they're commons, they're green, they're blue, they're whatever color. They still pay out the same amount of gold. They still get used as the same amount of EXP resources going into the next piece of gear. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.